We finally received the contract details for Von Miller's one-year deal in DC. One of our priority undrafted free agents will be starting training camp on the side field, and DEEBO Samuel. He's been out here working. He looks primed to get back to the DEEBO we all know and love. Let's talk about it. What it do? What's going on? And good afternoon, Washington Commanders Nation. It's your boy Rio Robinson, back with the latest and greatest on the Rambling with Rio YouTube channel, where we ramble about our Washington Commanders. It is now Saturday, July 19th. Rookies reported to Ortho Virginia Training Center at Commanders Park yesterday, and veterans will start filling in the building by Tuesday afternoon. And the latest veteran to join the club of the retirement home Commanders, the AARP washed up Commanders, let them hate. Von Miller will be coming down, rocking number 24 for the Commanders this year. Per Ian Rappaport, is signing a 1-year, $6.1 million deal with a chance to make $10.5 million in incentives, bonuses, and production. And that tells me one of a few things. Number one, I am a phenomenal hypothesizer, because this is about what I guessed the deal was going to be. I said the deal is probably going to be 1 year, $6 million and up to $10 million in bonuses. We almost hit that shit on the head. So kudos and shout out to me for being a phenomenal guessman, a hypothesizer. What it also tells me is this sounds like the same shit they probably offered Dante Fowler Jr. I know it's a younger player, but he's a lot less productive throughout his career. They probably offered this shit to Dante Fowler, and he scoffed at it, thinking that he was going to be walking into a payday after a 10.5 sack season. But let's keep it on topic. We're talking about Von Miller here in his role with the Commanders. This is why I say this deal has jack shit to do with the extension of one Terry McLaurin. It's 1 year, $6 million. I know to us, that's a lot of money. That is a drop in it, but that's peanuts. That is damn near league minimum. That's nothing, especially for a guy Von Miller's caliber, even at 36 years old. Von Miller's not coming here to start. Von Miller's not coming here to play half the snaps. Von Miller's coming here to shoot for around 40 to 45% of game snaps and hunt quarterbacks. He's not the player he once was, but even at this stage of his career, we have no one on the roster better at just purely hunting quarterbacks. Is he still a superstar throughout the season? No, but he could be a superstar for a game. He could be a superstar for a series. He could take over a big game, a divisional game with playoff implications on the line, a playoff game. Come on, man. Von Miller is still a guy that can take over a night at a time. We don't need him to be, I mean, it would be phenomenal to be a double-digit sack guy. We're not bringing him here to be a double-digit sack guy, but there are incentives for him. That 6.1 turns to 10.5 if he hits certain numbers in games played, snaps counts, etc. I bet he wants to hit that. But the most important thing for Von Miller is, one, he's joining a team again, like he was in Buffalo and like he was in LA. He's joining a team he believes can win the championship right now. Ring chasing on my favorite team. Veterans coming here to ring chase. These are the days that I dreamt about as a fan for quite some time. We got guys coming here trying to swan song it. And nothing would make me happier to see Von Miller, Bobby Wagner, and Zach Ertz leave with championship hardware on their fingers. Oh, my God. Did y'all see the Eagles rings, by the way? Hate the franchise. Hate the fan base. Those rings are fucking phenomenal, how they open up with the wings and all that shit. I guess that's the ring deserving of stopping a 3P. But anywho, back to the Commanders. Fuck the Eagles. Y'all know what time it is. It's all burgundy and gold everything over here. We're talking about incentives. He can make up to 10.5. Von Miller's not at the point of his career where he's concerned with money. He's made all the money in the world. He's good. He is 12.5 sacks from joining NFL history of being a top 10 sack getter of all time. I believe it's Michael Strahan that is 12 and a half sacks ahead of him for the 10th spot. It means something to be number 10 in the history of this league with every great edge rusher that's ever played this game. To have the 10th most sacks in NFL history, that means something to me. I'm sure it means something to him. And I'm sure most people would try to play till they get that. Let's say he wants to play 2 more years, split the difference. He needs a 6-sack season and a 6.5-sack season, or a 7 and a 6 so he can outright pass him for the 10th spot. So Von Miller has things to play for. He's trying to win another championship. He's trying to get to top 10 all time in the history of sack getters in the NFL. And he knows what this team is capable of. We were 60 minutes away from Super Bowl soil in year 1 off of just great quarterback play, veteran culture setters, and just overall culture. He's not even a guy that likes to rest and stuff. You know how there's veteran days aplenty, and vets like Bobby, him, and Ertz get veteran rest days every other day of the week. Von Miller's not even that type of guy. He's a workhorse. He's a workaholic. This is exactly who I want showing Javonte Jean-Baptiste and some of these younger guys on the team how to work. So I'm all for the Von Miller signing. I'm not going to throw out unrealistic expectations like a double-digit sack season or leading the league or division or conference in sacks or anything like that. But I'm also not saying I expect less than 5 sacks this year. I expect a 6.5 sack season. He missed games last year with the Buffalo Bills and still gave them 6 sacks. I think if he plays 40% of snaps here, he will not only get a handful or so of sacks like Kerrigan did in 2020 when he was given this exact role behind Sweat and Chase, but I think Von Miller will create opportunities for other people. The way he bends the edge is going to open up something for Jerzon Johnny Newton, for Javon Kinlaw, for Daron Payne, for Dorrance Armstrong, for Luvu on one side. Boy, on them pass rushing downs on 3rd and long, when Luvu's coming up the middle on a blitz like a demon, Von Miller's coming off one edge, Dorrance Armstrong off the other edge. There should be something going on here, man. Von Miller's not coming here to start, guys. He's coming here to do the same thing Dante Fowler Jr. did. And the pass rush arsenal is still very refined despite getting up there. And even if his athleticism isn't what it used to be, the way he bends the corner still exists. 1 year, $6.1 million. This is a big nothing burger of a contract. It doesn't affect anything with the Terry negotiations or any other corresponding moves Washington can be making this offseason. I'm all for the signing of Von Miller. I'm excited to see one of the NFL's all-time greats suit up for my team, because the last time we did that with a couple guys, it worked out last year, and he's not playing nearly as big a role as Bobby Wagner or Zach Ertz are for this team. So everybody, don't be too high or too low about this move. Just be like, it makes sense. We needed some extra juice in our pass rushing department. You got it. Signed, sealed, and deliver. You got a guy here to just hunt quarterbacks and be an absolute sack mercenary for this team. But we haven't received the details of what Trey Amos's second round contract is yet. Some of these guys are getting fully guaranteed deals, a few of them so far in the second round. I'm not sure if Trey was able to lock that in for himself, but once that information is out there, I will definitely be bringing it to the channel as well. We also got news on the undrafted free agent front. One of our priority undrafted free agents, the offensive tackle out of NC State, one of the first guys we gave a call when the draft concluded. He will be starting training camp on the non-football injury list and rehabbing on the side field. You know, the Curtis Samuel side field, he'll be starting training camp on that. And he's someone you want to keep your eyes on, because he's somebody who could push for a depth spot on the offensive line here. And the O-line is looking like it's going to be one of Washington's strengths going forward. We also got some good news on the Noah Brown front. Not necessarily news, but definitely something of note. You know, he got injured in mandatory minicamp, and we've got no news on that since, because the team is not required to give us any updates until Tuesday, when Dan Quinn and Adam Peters have to address the media. It would be nice if they had that extension signed, sealed, and delivered, because they're going to grill the shit out of Adam Peters if he don't. Back on topic, Noah Brown. The team doesn't have to let us know anything about Noah Brown's apparent lower body injury. Here is Noah Brown working out, guys. He looks good. You know, this shit get... looks spry, he looks good, he looks loose, and he doesn't look like he has any limitations on his movement. So as bad as we thought that could be, we were never told horrible news. It's not looking like it's going to be a serious injury or like Noah Brown's going to have to miss any time. Noah Brown has a very important role on this team after you say Terry McLaurin and DEEBO Samuel. That is the third best inline receiver Washington has. So that is definitely good news for the team. But speaking of Washington receivers, I want to talk about DEEBO. I want to talk about DEEBO because DEEBO is on absolute demon timing right now. DEEBO is looking like a guy who wants to get back into rare form. A lot of shit be going around about DEEBO, people hating from afar. People don't know what's going on here. I see body fat numbers being thrown around like everybody's a nutritionist, and DEEBO looks like DEEBO always do. He's a thicker, robust, compact built wide receiver. He's a running back body out there, out wide, and he's a headache to tackle. When you put him in the option with Jaden Daniels, good luck to a linebacker. Good luck to the end who has to make a decision. And when you put him out there with a cornerback in space, you're not tackling this guy. He looks very motivated. Him and Xavier Legette have been working exclusively with the route god, and he has been getting out there. Shout out to my guy, Chef Dre. Chef Dre, the homie who cooks DEEBO Samuel's meal. We got one of our own, Chef Dre, who's responsible for the nutrition of DEEBO Samuel. So, you know, if it ever did get out of hand, we could just talk to Dre. Hey, Dre, get him right. But shout out to Chef Dre. Shout out to DEEBO Samuel. He's been working his ass off, and I see nothing but a guy who's going to be on demon timing this year. I'm looking at this Instagram post, the one that has these 4 pictures I got here, and DEEBO's caption says, "They tried to write me off. The talk faded. Every whisper, every doubt. Here to show them the difference between hype and heart. Same passion, same mission, new chapter, year 7 with the rocket emoji." Man, he looks great. And Cliff Kingsbury is going to feed him till his tongue hangs out on Sunday afternoon, Sunday nights, Monday nights, Thursday nights, Saturday nights, and any night that we line up. Number 1 is on demon time, y'all. He is motivated. Like, we're not going to see pneumonia DEEBO Samuel from last year. We're going to see a guy that should be around 1,000 receiving yards, a few hundred rushing yards. He's going to get touches here because this offense is screaming for a player that can do something with the ball in his hand. Like Jaden said, someone who could take a slant 80 yards to the crib. Someone who could take a bubble. Someone who could run the option. You put Jaden in that backfield to run that option with DEEBO. Good luck on the multiple choice and the mathematical gymnastics you have to do in your head for who you want to tackle, who you want to commit to. If it's Jaden, you got to beat him in a foot race. If it's DEEBO, he got the speed and you got to tackle him, and he's a whole load coming downhill. But this is, I need a new contract, DEEBO. This is 1 year, prove it deal, DEEBO. And he sees people writing him off. He sees people talking crazy on his weight and his conditioning. Nah, I believe in what DEEBO is going to do here, and he about to get busy, man. Adam Peters, someone who was there when they drafted him. This feels like home ringing him in, and I feel like him and Terry missing some time this offseason was good for the relationship and the chemistry and the camaraderie between Jaden Daniels and DEEBO Samuel. I really think we're in for something special. Terry finally has a competent running mate. He finally has a competent running mate, and I think we're going to have co-number ones here in DC this year, man. I think we're in for a treat. I think number 1 is going to be spectacular for the Commanders this year. And I don't think it's going to take very long for that chemistry to go. Keep working, DEEBO Samuel. Shout out to Chef Dre. Hey, DEEBO, if you ever start doing local interviews with the local media and stuff, yeah, skip out on the local media and come rock with some of us real ones in the content creator sphere on YouTube. Come rock with a real nigga, DEEBO. The fan base behind you. We believe in you. Keep getting that work in, man. We love to see that. But that's all I got for right now. Y'all have a beautiful weekend. Get outside, get active, and move your body around. If we get any Commanders news over the weekend, I will be back here at earliest convenience to drop it on YouTube and the timeline. Hail to the Washington Commanders. Shout out to Noah. Shout out to Tim McKay, Von Miller, and shout out to DEEBO Samuel and my guy, Chef Dre. Until next time, Commander Rio, out.